Welcome to Cross Transformation. It's Mariam here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about forgiveness and abusive parents. As I work with people, the common question that they ask is, Mariam, do I have to forgive my parents despite the fact they abused me as a child? And my answer is, no, we don't have to forgive anyone, including our parents. Not only that, but forgiveness is not about anybody else. It is about us embracing the abandoned self. Now, who is this abandoned self? The self that experienced those earlier traumas. So that abandoned self is experiencing sin consciousness, which means it is relating itself to this world through negative emotions. So what we want to do, what forgiveness is to go through the process of healing, coming out of those negative emotions and not relating ourselves to this world through them. Instead, we want to realize that I am in Christ and Christ is in me. And in that realization, there is nothing to forgive. It is the journey of having healed the abandoned self. Sometimes people would suggest the stuff that I personally don't like and I don't agree with them. You know, she's your mother, you better be nice to her. You know, he's your dad, forget what he did and love him again. But truly, we don't have to forgive, we don't have to forget, and more importantly, we don't have to have a relationship with our parents when they happen to be very abusive in our childhood, in our teenagers, and somehow some parents may still be quite abusive despite the fact we are adults now. So we don't have to have a relationship with them, and it's very healthy to give yourself that entitlement not to forgive, not to forget, and not to have a relationship. I know people would say, but God is about working it out with your family. I personally don't believe that it would be healthy to work it out with a dysfunctional family. We must have boundaries and we must protect ourselves. So if you're taking your time considering whether you need to have a relationship with that toxic mother or that alcoholic dad, I want to encourage us, we don't have to have that relationship. We are entitled to go our own way and create healthy boundaries. And that means it doesn't matter what your friend suggests. It doesn't matter what the neighbor thinks about you and your parents. It doesn't matter what other would suggest to you, because that to me is a form of guilt tripping. That, you know what, your poor mother, why don't you have a relationship with her? But you happen to show up on my path right now. You weren't part of my childhood. Why you are invalidating my reality? We really need to have healthy boundaries. So by all means, we don't have to have a relationship with toxic people, including toxic parents, as well as we don't have to forget or forgive them. And as I said, forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about us embracing and healing the abandoned self. What is the point of having a relationship with a manipulative mother who can't change? What is the point of having a relationship with an alcoholic dad? I mean, we can see the light in them, but that doesn't mean we have to sacrifice ourselves and demolish our own boundaries so we can experience a dysfunctional relationship with our parents, and the whole time, instead of healing and coming out of those traumas, we find ourselves caught in those traumas. So somehow creating those boundaries seem to be a healthier way, because by having those boundaries, we can find the presence of love in ourselves and in relation to them. So I want to encourage us that we don't have to forgive, we don't have to forget, and we don't have to have a relationship. And that the journey is about embracing the abandoned self, realizing that I am in Christ and Christ is in me. Create healthy boundaries for your soul, because you deserve to feel good, you deserve to feel safe, you deserve to feel loved. And sometimes we may not be able to experience a mutual, healthy, loving relationship with our primary caregivers. We need to end dysfunctional relationships so we can grieve them and move on with our lives, to go after our lives and see what is ahead of us, what has been planned for us. Bless your soul. Hopefully you'll find this video helpful. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, for subscribing to the channel. May you be blessed. Have a great day. Be at peace, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you.